Well, good morning. I think everybody could hear me. There's a few people in here this morning. That's great. One sec. I gotta pause this. There we go. So let me say good morning, Systech911. Good morning. I did see your message on Discord. Wasn't able to get back. It's been a crazy week. Bruce, good morning. I saw your message as well. Your text. I'll get back to you this afternoon. We got that thing on order anyway. I forgot it was Halloween, so I should have put something Halloween related in the thumbnail, but I honestly forgot. I don't know. Apparently, we're not handing out candy tonight because I didn't even remember that it was Halloween, unless I picked some up today at Walmart, maybe. Who else was this? Frederick, how's it going? Good from Central Texas. Nice guitars, yeah. So we'll get into that. I probably shouldn't. It was very expensive, but anyway. Nathan, good morning. Zach, good morning. James, how's it going? Yeah, so I got that guitar. I probably have a better picture of it. So these are the three guitars I have now. I'm impulsive. I'm an impulsive buyer, but I sent a couple different guitars to my brother and my other buddy, and I was seeing which one they liked the best. I sent probably about 10. There was a Kurt Cobain guitar. Anyway, I decided on getting this yellow Strat. I like it. It has these weird locking tuning mechanisms that I got to get more used to. But I just ended up buying this acoustic last week too, so I shouldn't buy any more guitars for at least another 6 months. I don't even play that often. I don't have that much time. But anyway, this one looks awesome. I love it. Did I see your message from last week? Did you email me, James? I have some blur on my video. Hold on a sec. Blur on my video. I don't see it. Anybody else have any blur? You can hack your doorbell audio. Yeah, you know what? That would be actually kind of funny when kids come up to my to the door to, scream or say something. I do still have time to get candy. I just don't know how my cats would react. I guess I could lock them up maybe. Or just place a bowl on my front step. I don't know. We're in a newer subdivision in where I live, but there are quite a lot of kids around here. Yeah, so now I have to learn how to play play guitar. The songs that I play probably a lot of people wouldn't like. It's more I don't know. It's not hardcore music, but it's in a different tuning. But good morning, Richard. So yeah, we've been very busy this past little while. That's why we haven't seen too many videos. The last video I did was, I think the rack rebuild, which did pretty well. I was surprised. It got a lot of likes for the amount of views. 542 likes is quite a bit. We look at this Switch one. It has more views, but it only has 292 likes. Either way, it was a decent build. I was gonna do oops, got it right here. The Protect Smart Floodlight before this video, but didn't get around to this, and I needed to switch my network over anyway. So I may finish the filming of that today and release it tomorrow. This is true. Ubiquity doesn't have anything in stock, but I mean, I need to buy a truck. Right now I'm driving a car, so I'm saving up for a truck for my business. My car works fine. It's a crappy little Hyundai Elantra, but I could still fit in a collapsible ladder into it and, do everything I need. I could buy a truck right now, but I'm going to wait a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so let me I'll take a look at the emails afterwards. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint the kids, but I don't think we did last year either because I forget why. Maybe we were out. Usually I'm working. The F-150, I wanted to get the Raptor. But the Raptor's a little expensive, I think. Ford Raptor 2021. I thought it was like 80 grand. But it looks so nice. Yeah, it's $86,000. But that's an awesome looking truck. I mean, I could justify it. It's a business expense, right? And then I'd have to get like a wrap around it for my business name and stuff. But yeah, so this week, what did we do? We finished off a job. It was for like a medical office, I guess the doctor's office. There was about 75 cables. We had Unify access on 3 doors. We're going to be doing 4 doors. There's the front door still needs it. But that will be like later on in the year. It had like 8 cameras, a couple access points, so on and so forth. So that one day we worked 19 hours to get it finished. And Unify access was giving me a bit of issues. Had to reset it and then it worked properly. What else did we do? Bob, good morning. How's it going? Well, this truck is very overpriced, and this is Canadian prices, mind you. So it's always going to be higher than US or, wherever else in the world, but it's just a wicked truck. I'm going to spend money on a truck. I'm going to get something I like. I don't much like Dodge, but yeah, I think it would be really cool to have this as a work vehicle. One day. Or I'll get the Cybertruck maybe. The problem with getting the Cybertruck, I just don't know how many charging stations are around us. Get the new Jeep pickup. I don't know about that. My buddy has a Jeep or had a Jeep, and the amount of times his windshield cracked, I think through the lifespan that he had it, which is only 2 or 3 years, the windshield cracked 5 times because it's flat at the front. Raffaello, happy Halloween. What else did we do? So we did that job. I'm glad that's done. I thought we were going to be slowing down because I want to produce more content for YouTube. And another thing, my brother, he's not working with me anymore. So with my business, it's a lot of my work is the remote configuration. And I couldn't promise him, 40 hours a week full-time work. We are super busy right now, and he could have it for the next month or 2 months, whatever. But he needs to start saving and, he needs a stable income. So I said, whatever, go look. He was a mason. And I said, go look for other jobs. That's fine, whatever. And he got hired at another place and starts Monday. Well, unfortunately for me, we got a ton of work coming up. So now I'm going to have to do it all myself, plus make YouTube videos, plus do my consulting. So it's until I find somebody that I could trust and hire. Let's look at this one. I don't know what this is. David, good morning. Smash the like button. Yes. What are we at? We're at 31 people, 3 likes. Yeah, so I'll probably have to hire a contractor, like a cabling contractor, to help me out. I've been trying to find somebody. What the heck is this? Oh yeah, that's nice. It is nice. I like the style of it. I don't know for work. So I'm not the best with taking care of my vehicles. Starting at 67, that's not bad. I wonder if that's US though. Because that would be like 90 grand Canadian. Anyway, that's nice. I forget what I was saying. I've been trying to find somebody to hire too to help me out with the consulting work. But it's so hard to find somebody who knows it inside and out. Ubiquity inside and out. Which you think there would be, I mean, the people who come into this channel, you guys probably know the majority of it, but it's very hard. I have people from Texas reaching out to me all the time saying they can't find anybody local to do any of this stuff. My uncle has the Tacoma. It's nice. Yeah, he raised the back of it, and he's in the same field. He does telecommunications, network cabling and that, and it works really well. That I would consider buying a Tacoma. TP link for home or business. I think you could do it for both. Small business probably though. If I live closer, I'd help out. Yeah, it's going to be hard to find somebody who is decent at cabling. I don't care if I do care. We need to have quality work, but I would find somebody who is just kind of starting out as a helper, pay them whatever amount, and then, build on their skills from there. Thank you, TCP/IP Solutions. Gary, how's it going? Good morning. Any advice on what causes delay on triggering new Protect LED light? I'm not too sure. So triggering the Protect LED light. Are you talking from a G3 Flex? I'm not too sure. I'd have to look into that. We'll talk about it more this week. On the delay, is there not a specific time I can't bring up my Protect right now. I think you could set the time delay. I think. I'm not 100% sure though. I probably could contract somebody else out who's not from Canada, but I would have to see the laws around that and the taxes and stuff like that. So when I work for, the majority of my clients are in the US, I don't charge them any tax because it's Canadian tax. But if you have somebody working for you, I have no idea how that works. I have no clue. What else did I do? This little job here, which I need to configure their stuff today. This was just a small, we didn't run any of the cables. They just had it there and we terminated. I think they were Cat 6A. And we used his existing patch panel relabeled at the top. But it was a decent job. They had a Unify, they had a bunch of nano HDs, and then I had in my brother's truck, we had a Unify 6 LR, and I said, well, do you want to install this one? It's Wi-Fi 6, and they were looking for it, so we ended up selling that to them. I think I have a couple extra U6 LRs right now. Yeah, so, well, it's word of mouth that for when I'm doing physical work, it's word of mouth. So like I was saying at the beginning, I thought I was going to be slowing down. This week was supposed to be, I'm going to do a cutover for Wi-Fi 6 long range access points. And then I was working on videos and doing some remote consultation. Well, last night I got an email from a company that I've done work for before, and they need a rush job about 50 Cat 6 cables. Needs to be done by November 10th, which isn't too far off. It's next week, I guess, or the week after. So I have to go down there. I have to take a look at that, and hopefully it's not too difficult. I think the ceilings are the same height, but now I'm working just me, so it's going to take longer for me to run the cables. Ed, how's it going? From Cali. Nice. 40 cables shouldn't take that long. It just depends on how many boxes I bring with me as well. Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, so good thing he did do the 10G. I mean, I don't have any Cat 6 running through or Cat 6A running through the house. I think the majority of my stuff is Cat 5E, which is fine. I mean, people on my TikToks is the worst. People are like, why haven't you gone with Cat 7? I mean, it's a house. Why do I need that? I don't need that unless you're a super user of some sort and you need to have, 25 gig or, even 10 gig. I don't need 10 gig in my house. So how are you faring for products for customers? What's not in stock? Yeah, it's pretty difficult. So the wire is fine. The wire, I could easily get stock of that. Actually, one thing that's difficult to get are those little these little 6-inch patch cables in black. For some reason, people are just buying tons of them, and I can't get them. So I have to use odd colors like red, which doesn't actually look that bad. Access points. I mean, if we look at the Canadian site right now, I think it's all sold out. Well, I still have access points in stock. I have a bunch of nano HDs and some in-wall HDs. These ones are good. It's just the Wi-Fi 6. So yeah, I don't know if they have a limit on what you can buy here though. I gotta log in. Darn it. And the nanos are still great. I love the nanos. I'll deploy them. I wanted to deploy these instead of the 50 Wi-Fi 6 LR, but the other consultant wanted us to do the Wi-Fi 6. Kind of makes sense. They're the same price, but it was very difficult to get. Other than that, and I didn't realize I have about 5 UDM Pros just sitting in my basement that I guess I bought. So I had a ton of stock downstairs and I got rid of a lot of it, and I didn't realize I had a full box of UDM Pros. Actually, a couple boxes. I love my floodlights. I have them set to trigger when one of my G4. Oh, cool. Oh, that's neat. So yeah, I mean, obviously I haven't done any of the configuration. It's still sitting beside me, but I'm going to today. I think I'm going to today. It's a little cold out. But I think I need to get a video out for tomorrow. It's worth always making sure which screws. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. So in my basement, I should have, when that rack fell off my wall, I should have put a backboard on it and used toggle bolts or whatever, and I didn't. I just wanted to get it up and running quickly. I knew it was going to be an issue. I forget what I even used for that. But either way, I needed to get a bigger rack. Right now, the 25U rack will be perfect for what I need until I start getting more gear. Like in my last video, you could see there's a Aruba switch just laying on the ground. I need to get that in the rack. I have a bunch of TP-Link 48 port switches, and a couple other things. Where do you live, Tim? Well, the Nano HDs, they don't have the range. Tested against the 6 Lite. Oh, I would assume they'd have more range than the 6 Lite. The 6 Lite's not bad. I have that in my master. I don't know if it's turned on or off, though, right now. Then we got a bunch of phones beside me. Still doing some testing, Grandstream. I want Unify Talk to come out in Canada. I don't know why it's taken them so long. I do have one customer in Texas who's having a major issue with Unify Talk. They have about, I forget how many phones, close to 70 phones, but the controller, you can't have that many phones on the Cloud or Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus. So we're trying to figure out a solution. MN? MN, what is it? That's a state, I assume. What state is Minnesota? That's one place I haven't been to a lot of states. Really, I've only been to Ocean City. I've been to Florida, Buffalo. That's pretty much across the pond. Are you willing? I can't get them here. I probably would sell them. I'm just selling. I have a bunch of Mesh Pros as well for a job that we didn't do. I'm selling 3 of them for $400, or I don't even know what they're worth actually. Mesh Pro, but I don't need them. Oh my god. I'm selling them for way too cheap. $239. What am I doing? Do the math on this. 239 times 3. Ooh, I'm losing $317. Oh well. I just need to get them out of my basement. Yep. Well, I don't have that much load on right now I don't have that much load on the rack. Have you connected a Bell 5 home hub by fiber? I haven't yet, and the reason for that, I don't have long enough fiber cable. Where the Bell comes in, where my demarc is, it's by my electrical panel, and where my rack is on the other side of the basement. So I just need to buy a new fiber, which I probably will. Is the Unify switch USW any good? Yes, it is. I monitor a dozen cams in the city and a couple networks. Yeah, yep. Nothing wrong with it. 6Es, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea when those are going to come out. I don't even know a lot of companies that have 6E out. I know you could buy those, those Asus routers that have 6E. I think Controlling Tech did a video on it. And Aruba has a 6E access point. Nest or Unify, taking into account if there's no cat and can be run but not easily in price over quality. I don't really do Nest at all, so I can't really comment on that. I love Ubiquiti cameras, and that's what I go with for most installs. I won't install Hikvision. I mean, I'll support it. My uncle still installs some of it, so I'll do some of the config, but there's lots of issues with Hikvision, and the interface is just super ugly. The Nest, I don't really know. I would go with Unify. The problem with sending the UDM Pro across the border from Canada to the US, it's going to cost a lot of money in duty fees, as well as shipping fees. Yeah, send me an email, Christopher. With customers that have many sites, what we use pfSense a lot. pfSense, or the customer may buy Unify gear. We don't typically sell the UDM Pros unless it's they really request it. For very small business that don't have coffee shops or something like that, we'll install them there. Still trying to get more of the instant cameras supplied. Yeah, it does. I have a couple sitting on my shelf. I don't have any cameras inside. I did one for the video and I got another one and I just never used them. The 379 for the UDM Pro. Is that true? Is that what we're talking about? I think it's like $4.99 Canadian or something like that. 379, yeah. Oh really? I didn't even know that. I just bought a laptop. I don't even know what brand it is, to be honest, but I'll have to see if it has the 6 gigahertz. They haven't approved it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this solution, I don't know what we're gonna do about the talk thing. He did buy a UDM Pro. That's what Ubiquiti suggested, to move all your phones over to that. But we're using a PF Sense. I don't even know which model of. It's a high-end Netgate PF Sense, not the 7100. Applications, firewall. Let's see. What the heck do you? Oh, products. PF Sense appliances. Let's take a look. Access. Ooh, end of sale, the 3100. Darn. That's the one I have. That was sitting on my floor too. I need to get that back. Heck, one was it? It was one of the most expensive ones. And then he fully loaded it. I think it might have been. I don't remember. Anyway, it's not the routing that's an issue. It's Ubiquiti. So we need to figure that out. I don't even know if it's supposed to handle that many phones, 80 phones or 70 phones, what he has. And there's no documentation about it either. Anthony, good morning, Cody. I have a QNAP with a 2 gigabit port and was looking at getting the Unify Enterprise. You can bond it, but it's not gonna. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna give you full 5 gigs. No. How is it going with the guitars? The guitars are good. I'm trying to tune it in a weird tuning. It's called Drop A. And with these tuning locks, it's a little weird and it keeps detuning. But I think I need to stretch the strings a little bit. I should do a video about lag groups. I have one that's very old. Let's see. Oh, right here. I did this in 2020. This was the year I started making videos, I think. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll do a new video on this. There's a couple videos that I could update. There's a lot of people have been asking me about voucher systems and Radius as well. So I do have Radius videos, but I think I'll update it. Should you put VLAN for VoIP? Yes, you should. Absolutely. Yeah, we always do that. So we'll have voice VLAN, we'll have data VLAN. I'm trying to think what I'm doing this week. What am I doing this week? Thursday. I forget. Yeah, I don't know. So the next video will it will be that floodlight, and then after that, I guess some Grandstream stuff. I need to get that Grandstream video out for the extensions. I wish Ubiquiti would release some more stuff, because I'm running out of Ubiquiti stuff to do. Even a firmware video or something like that would be helpful. And I don't think there's any gear I could buy that I don't already have, or that I could get, unless they release some more stuff here, which they didn't. I could do a video on G4 doorbell cover. What else? The G3 Flex cover, but I think that would be like a 2-minute video. And it's kind of interesting that they included now a 1 terabyte hard drive for $59. That must be the only thing they could get their hands on to sell. Do you think a Unify 6LR point is overkill for a home? No, I don't. I have a single AC light and it's been fine, but I'm upgrading. So, I mean, you always want to be aware of interference issues, but I have a U6LR, I have an in-wall HD, and I have a U6 light in my house. My house is about, I don't know, 2,000 square feet. When on the go, would I VPN from my phone to the UDM? Well, it depends what you're trying to do with it, Ken. Solar point, yeah, I don't know about solar point. My backyard, like if I was doing a little solar farm, like I don't know, maybe once I buy a bigger place, maybe the next house. Segregate VoIP for quality. VoIP should always be the highest. Yep, exactly. Cody test failover or load balancing. So there isn't really load balancing right now in Unify. Also, one on mod. Yep, I could do that. Protecting server behind the UDM Pro. Yep. Yeah, the load balance. I don't know why they took the load balancing out. A little odd. I still need to do and look into Proxmox. I haven't set that up yet. I still have my Protectly boxes over on the right, but I should have bought a server instead of a guitar because I don't have a server. The Protectly has enough resources in that I could spin up a couple of VMs. But I should have probably got like a super micro server and started doing some videos on that. But like I said, I'm impulsive and I bought the guitar instead. Yes, I have tried the Amada Gateway. I think I was gonna do another full video series on it, but it didn't take off or do overly well. But I do have like a full setup video for small. I think I do. Small business. Where the heck is it? I do have one somewhere here. For Amada. Right here. And the Amada stuff's really good. It's not bad and it's priced well. And I find their access points are reliable and they're fast. You make a good point. You can turn down the LR to regular power. Can you turn it? You could turn it down. So usually with the LRs or with any access point, it's usually set on auto, but you could have it low, medium, or high. I did get that antenna for the ACM outdoor. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in this house. But so I thought it was new. I thought it was a new thing on the market, but it's old. It's like 3.5 years old, or even older than that. So I don't think I'm going to do a video on it. And there's something wrong with Ubiquity's website. Like even this G3, the camera G3 Micro says it's new. It's not new. This product's been out forever. So people are probably just buying it up because they think it's a new device, and really it's an old Wi-Fi camera. I don't understand what's going on there. SPX Labs did a great video. Yeah, I was him and I were talking about doing a site to site. I actually never got back to him, but a site to site between our two places. My only issue was telling him, not that I don't trust him, but telling people my public IP address. But I did watch some of his Amada and it was really good. Proxmox is cool. I have a WordPress up Windows Server, my old Windows 10 in Plex. Oh, sweet. So I took a look at XCPNG and it was great as well. I mean, I always watch Lawrence Systems doing his stuff on that. But I want to try something else as well. Once they come out with a rack mount gateway to get, yeah, so I wish they would have a rack mount. Same with PF Sense already does, but even the 6100 that I bought, I wish they would, maybe they do have a rack mount option. Let's take a look. I hate having things on shelves. That's the issue. Even though I do have a shelf. Oh, they do have a wall mount. Oh, it's a wall mount kit. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, I'm not mounting it to a wall either. It's old, but it works great. I just don't know if anybody would want to see a video on something that old, and I don't know when it would become end of life type thing. And you know what's funny? There was I did this video on Ingenious, their Wi-Fi 6. I don't know why they put this up on their website. It was the outdoor, and I kind of ripped it apart a little bit. This one here, I thought it was not good. And I said that clearly in my video, saying that the speed sucked. If you watch the video, well, I don't know how much you saw of it, but if you watch the video, I was going in a big wide open area, and it was just really, really bad. Anyway, they put it up on their website, like they have Crosstalk on there and a couple other people, and they put this video on there. I don't understand why they did that. I don't know about Unraid because I haven't used it before. Oh no, Ryan, I know what you're talking about. The Amada, yeah, sorry. I wish Amada would have rack mount, even if they gave you those, those little U brackets that are long that fit in the 19-inch. Yeah, I don't know about Unraid because I use Synology right now. Any experience with using the IR illuminators? The side of my house is flaring up, but built in. So it depends where you're. So if you're near a neighbor or near a tree or near that, the IR, I mean, it's just gonna reflect right off. I have an IR reflector on mine right now. Let me see if I could pull up my cameras. I don't even remember what the IP is, to be honest. I don't remember what the IP is. Oh, you know what? nvr.me. There we go. We'll see if I could, scroll back and look at a bit of my night vision. It works great. I don't know if I did a video on that or not. I could do a comparison between the two. Get my 2FA. The Access Point AC Pro, is that a good one? It's all right. I mean, I'm selling a bunch of them today because I don't have any use for it. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I think they need to come out with a newer version of it. I was supposed to do it for a project, use them for a project, and I backed out of the project. I didn't want to do it. It was for this condo building, and it was going to be a lot more work, and it didn't give me a good feeling, that job. So I said, you know what, you go with this other guy. I just don't want to do it. Let's take a look. Where's my backyard camera? Oh, there we go. So let's go to time. Oops, not detections. Oh, I don't want to show Chantal. I should probably scroll down. There we go. So that's what, I mean, you could see, whoops, my head's in the way. You'd see pretty clear in the background. And I don't know what these little things are. I forget what they are. It's probably like pollen or something. I don't think it was snowing last night at all, but it's pretty bright. But if you had, a brick wall even closer to here, the IR reflectors would just reflect right off of it. But this, we could see everything. This camera was actually in this back right corner. And that's where I'm going to put the floodlight. So I had to move my USW Flex utility box when we were cutting the grass and whippersnippering. I didn't put the cable in conduit, so we hit it. And because I'm using this for videos, a lot of people are like, oh, people could come over and steal your camera, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It is what it is, right? So the floodlight, you'll see me running outdoor cable. I'll be drilling in between these posts and just using an outdoor gel filled cable, which I don't really need. It's direct burial. I could just use normal stuff. But yeah, I'm sure somebody on the video will say, oh, I could just come, cut the cable. Well, go ahead. But yeah, this is the IR reflector on it right now. Maybe I'll do a comparison with it on and without it on. We'll see. But yeah, I love the G4 cameras, the G4 bullet cameras. We don't need snow yet, but I think it's coming, and I really don't like snow. That's why I'm kind of glad I'm my own boss. So if the highways are too bad, I could just reschedule the work, call it a snow day. Oh, I'm going to get yelled at now. The wife's home and I turned the air conditioning on. I also, what am I quoting? I'm quoting another job that they need about 40 G4 bullets. I have no idea how I'm getting it. And they want 3 PTZ cameras. And I haven't done a video on PTZ cameras yet. So if we do end up winning the job, maybe I'll do a video on it before shipping it or installing it at the customers. I think it would be really cool to see how well this works. But I don't want to pay $2,300 for a camera. And then, you know, just have it sitting on my house somewhere. What the heck? The audio stream current bit rate is lower. Did I drop frames? No, we're good. So I'm probably only going to stay on here another 10 minutes. So if you got any more questions, let me know. I'm going to work on a couple videos today. I know more people want to see some PF Sense videos, so I should get those out of the way and start it up. I think the next video we're supposed to do is kind of the firewall rules because we went through the base. I still want to take a look at Untangled. I haven't even loaded that up yet. And there's a couple other vendors that I want to take a look at. Ubiquity for my channel is obviously the biggest, so we're always going to stick with some Ubiquity stuff. And like I said, I may redo the radius video. I'm planning on using an aggregation switch pro with optical cables for multiple units. Putting them on a VLAN, how do I configure them? How do you well, if you need configuration help, you could just go to mactelecomnetworks.com and press the hires button, but you would just put each port on a separate VLAN, on a physical VLAN. They call it switch port profiles in Ubiquity, but that's all it is. Oops. I want to try to get some more videos of on-site stuff. I know people really like that. I do have a doctor's office or an eye exam office that we're finishing up, and they allowed us to film the original, you know, pre-cabling. So once they start to open, I'm putting on faceplates, you know, racking everything, re-terminating. We'll go over that, and I'll be able to film it, which will be great. Yeah, I heard good things about Untangled. I think you have to buy there's a license fee associated to it, but I don't think it's too much. So I'll just buy like the home license. I think it's $50 a year, and then do some videos on it and see how I like it. And if I like it, it will be something that I offer to my clients. Actually, in Canada, I think we could get the floodlight now. Can we not? Yeah, that's sweet. So they sent me the floodlight, and I've been waiting for it forever to come on the Canadian store, and then a week later it comes on the Canadian store. $123 though. I think that might be a little pricey. .ca Wi-Fi floodlight? Okay, I guess not. Well, these ones $53. They're not nearly as nice though. 200. Oh, that's LoRa. That's a camera built in. So maybe they're not too far off with prices. Floodlight. $59. That gives you 3 lights. But then again, this thing is massive. Oh, there's a free version and a paid version. Oh, cool. So maybe I'll work on the free version at first and then see. I think the paid version just gives you more filtering options, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more videos out this week if I get time. Now that I have to do that other cabling job, that's gonna eat up some of my time anyway. But I think that's gonna be it today because there doesn't seem to be any more comments. I'll be on. We got one in from Germany, and I'm ending. But if you want to watch any of this, it will be on YouTube probably in like the next 5 minutes. But anyway, I am out of here for today. Well, a video will be out tomorrow, and then maybe sometime during the week, and live stream next Sunday at 11 or at 10 a.m. because that's the new time we'll go with. But I hope everybody else enjoys their weekend. And yes, Synology backup for remote site. We will be doing that. I need to get Synology videos out. Well, everybody take care, and I will talk